Befau.
Corona? What?
Ooh, no. Yikes.
Reason I had to shave this beard.
Hashtag Corona in the chat if you want to play tonight.
No, it's hashtag Befau. We're not making. We're not trending Corona. This is a Corona safe world, Corona safe show. The disease cannot be transmitted. Welcome to episode number 3 of Multiplex Miscellaneous. We are late as normal. But yeah, this should be another fun episode. I'm super excited. I decided to give Andrew the night off, and Doug Castle, porn stash himself, has joined us with his presence. How are you doing today, man?
I'm sad. I had to shave my beard for work. Because this damn coronavirus. Now we have to wear a mask. I'm sad, guys. It's gone, at least for the next month.
Yikes! And Cody.
Cody,
on a scale to yikes, where does that mustache rank?
Right under Koho's for the summer of 2019, I believe it was. His is actually, Doug's got a full one. Koho just had it didn't have in the middle. It was just at the ends. So it's very terrifying. But as somebody competed last week, I think this is going to be I think this is a fun format. I think everybody should just come in here, take their mind off of what's happening in the world. But I will tell you, if my job came to me and said, Cody, beard's got to go, I would say, I got to go. Because I don't shave for no man or no job.
Well, at least you didn't have. Has anybody been told that they don't have to go to their job for a little while?
It's on the border. My kids are out for school for 2 weeks straight now, so I may have to go into benefit time to just be a stay-at-home dad. It's really a weird time to be alive, but trivia is still here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know yet. I don't know where my job lies when it comes to emergency medical stuff, because I deal with oxygen too. So we may still have to stay on the road even if we close down.
That How many people are playing? What do you need? Do we need to move Befau for you to play? Is that right?
You need hashtag Befau, as I mentioned in the thing. Here is who I have so far. I have Malcolm and Scully and Joe Harrison.
So Malcolm and Joe and Scully walk into a bar. I would leave the bar.
So Joseph has a great question for us. So how does this work? All you have to do, Joseph, if you want to play, you just put hashtag BFOW in the chat, and then that will enter yourself into this wheel. And then we will draw 2 names, and then once we draw 2 names, we'll explain it from there. It's a combination of round 1 and round 3 sort of stuff. There's no multiple choice. As we said before, this is a very laid back sort of show. It's meant. It's meant for people.
It's the best way to describe it.
Just minus the drunk douchebags.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
The guys that competed for state in high school and think they're still hot shit. Yeah, those guys. No, we're not here. We got Brooklyn and Porn Stash, so we're fine.
Doug looks like Mario's cousin.
Tim, you should name me then. If I'm Mario's cousin, what's my name?
He is. I think Wario is the place to go to. But that's too obvious, though. Are you Dario? Yeah, you're Dario Argento. You're Mario's long lost cousin,
who just happens to be Irish.
Yeah. That Argento is very loose.
Hey, anybody in the chat? I'll do self promotion right now. If you want to be on the sports episode, send me your list, because I got some coming in, but a lot of repeats. So I want some people with some bold sports topics. So send me your list.
Yeah.
And check out the page that I have all the other episodes.
We got a Befau. Hashtag Befau.
We do have a Befau.
We got 2.
We have multiple. There are some people that were active on the post yesterday as like a little friendly reminder, being like, "Hey, we're going live," and then everybody was like, get me in," and then I'm sort of waiting for those people. Like, Nico, where are you, my friend? You were all about wanting to get in here. And then I think Michael Turner wanted to hop in.
If you do want an A+ on your list, Henry is not wrong. Fever Pitch will do it. I guarantee it will make an A grade in a heartbeat. No joke. Bufow. Sorry. You had to do all caps. If you don't do all caps, you're not serious about Bufows.
No. Bufow is love. Bufow is life.
Bufow, bitches. I'm currently editing matches for Warzone. So
how is that going, Cody?
It's stressful, but it's fun. But yeah, that's happening. So I kind of have to get back to that. So I'm gonna leave you two probably by yourselves to chat it up a little bit, but I will be watching live as it goes. So good luck to everybody competes. Anybody can lose in this arena. I did it last week to Cameron Holtzman. It's a sad day. Bye.
Oh, actually, before he, I was gonna show him that I adjusted the wheel per his recommendation because he didn't want it to be all lopsided with like spinner's choice and opponent's choice. But then as Doug and I talked about it before he went on air, it's gonna get lopsided late game because these categories come off whenever we get wedges. We're gonna leave this up for a few more minutes. How many names do we have so far? We have Inky, Nicky, Doink, Doinkly, and Doinkette. So 5. We got 5. Anybody else that's looking to play? I'll drop this in the Lucas chat because I feel like the Lucas chat is definitely like they only come on if the link is literally put in that chat room. You sort of have to lead them to water in a way.
I thought the purpose was not to lead the horse to water. I thought he's supposed to find his own way.
I mean, you can. What's the saying? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. Actually, well, you can make him drink. You just give him a salt. You give him a salt block.
Oh, Brian's in the chat. He befouled.
Brian Michaels. He befouled. All right. Why am I multiplex? Well, you guys don't need to see. You guys don't need to see the multiplex or the Facebook thing. There's nothing on there important anyways. No like vital information like that only works. That only works with a horse with no name. Great song. That is a great song.
I concur.
Yes. Yeah. I've had to listen to a lot of new and interesting songs for jam session.
Close the port up.
Yikes. Okay. No. That's a phone thing. Who watches porn on a desktop?
Right.
Exactly. Plus I'm married, so I don't know. I don't need that thing. What is Pornhub? Like is this a new sort of concept? I don't know.
It's been around for a while. It's an interesting way to pass some time.
Whatever floats your boat.
This is true. Just like my porn stash.
But getting yikes. So getting back to what I was talking about, I've had to listen to some interesting music for jam session. In my newest slate, I have to listen to Glee. I have to listen to an entire season of Glee.
I'm gonna say I know exactly who was on your list. Who was on your show? Probably.
Yeah, I have to listen to them for a show that we're recording on Wednesday. That's going up after. It's not this Monday, but next Monday. This Monday, I'll talk about it for a little bit while waiting for people. This Monday is going to be Tim Brzakala, runner of Fandom Fights and Nerdgasm. And we had a great punk rock discussion. We talked a lot of punk rock, which is not a bad thing whatsoever.
No. Jacob E. West hit us with a befoul.
We'll get him onto the wheel. I still gotta add Brian and And Nico, not Nico, Jakob. I'll put it in Yahkob. You will be referred to as Jakob.
Jakob West.
Let's see here. Who else do we got? Joe Harrison.
Multiplex, how are you going to play? You're a collective of people.
Can I play? No, Multiplex has to go back to bed. Teeth and jammies, you know the drill. Tony, there's Tony's hopping in here. I feel like this game is made for people like Tony, who are just like, are here for fun.
I think so. I think Tony should hit us with a hashtag BFOW.
BFOW, all caps.
Scully, you're not wrong. I was a little young, but yeah, I got cut from that movie.
Which movie did you? Oh, Boogie Nights. I mean, that's a tough cast.
Yeah, it was between me and like this other guy, and my scene got cut. His scene got saved. Tony with the BFOW.
Tony's hopping in. All right, cool. We have 8 people. Am I allowed to play, or is this still too soon? 2-Wig, you are good. You are eligible. Your week probation is over. So the only people that are actually not allowed to play are Cody Newberry, who had to leave anyways, and Cameron Holzman, the winner of Multiplex Miscellaneous number 2. And the crowd goes silent. But all right, so to confer here, let's make sure that we have everybody on the list that we want. Two-Egg
hit us with the BFOW.
Two-Egg. Doug out here looking like he spilled V8 on his upper lip.
I did.
Yikes.
It had to be painted. It was a little brown, so I thought I'd dye it with a little V8.
Who does drink V8? It's been so long since I've ever heard V8 been mentioned in conversation.
People who like Bloody Marys in the morning.
Isn't that what Clamato is for?
They can use V8 too.
Okay. Yeah,
it's supposed to be tomato juice, but some people use V8.
Yeah, up here it's like Clamato juice, or you're just asked to leave. But people who drink Caesars are weird anyways. So let's make sure that I have everybody: Malcolm, Joe Harrison, Scully, Kevin Poss, Jay Burns, Brian Michaels, Jakob, Tony, Nick Tuig. I guess that's everybody. Once, twice, 3 times, and that's sold. I'm gonna close this, and I'm going to apply the wheel changes and prime this wheel because I know people don't like when wheels aren't primed, and we'll get some people in here. Got 15 viewers right now live. Which is great.
Yeah.
If anybody's friend with me on Facebook, I actually put this out on my personal page because I know that there are some trivia lovers. There's some trivia at the local bar that I'm at that got canceled. So we'll get that in.
Yeah.
We'll prime this wheel.
A lot of things are getting canceled right now, so why not do it online?
Yes. No risk of getting quarantined here because we're just loners. That's all we are. We're just loners. All right. First person getting into Multiplex Miscellaneous is Nicholas Tuig. I swear this is not rigged. Nicholas Tuig is gonna be the person. Nicholas, or actually, no, Doug, can you send the link to Nicholas' concert?
Yes, I can.
And the next person looking to get on Miscellaneous is gonna be Thomas Scully. First Order versus the Kingsman. Alrighty, let's get these people in here.
Where yet? All right, let me do it this way.
I feel like this would be a great time to have like background music, or just have some like smooth jazz playing.
It would be the perfect time.
Tuig, if you don't want to, play, you are more than free to give your spot up. We do not force anybody to hop in, but if this does become a trend, we will call shenanigans. People are like, I'm going to sign my name up, and then they get drawn, and they're like, nah, fam. Then we'll just call you on that bluff. And he is here.
Do I get to pick who would replace me?
Just call you on that bluff. No.
I do feel bad. I thought there was a very low chance. Oh, hang on. I still have the YouTube
YouTube played in the background.
Yeah, sorry about
the continuous loop, and your potential opponent, if you do so choose to play.
I feel bad. Scully, do you think this would be a good moral choice to play on, or?
I mean, you did play 2 weeks ago. I think because the show is so new, you might want to give somebody else an opportunity.
That's what I'm thinking. All right, let me spin the wheel then.
Okay, so Nick Tuig is giving up his spot.
Yeah, let me just go ahead.
All right.
How unheel-like of you.
I heard this was a more relaxed atmosphere.
Tuig is spinning the wheel.
Yeah, right there.
And
no, Cam, fuck you.
Taking Tuig's spot is going to be it's going to be a respin.
Is it me again?
No, Scully.
Scully again?
Oh, I would play with my team.
Scully's already here. And it's going to be Brian Michaels.
Oh, let's go.
Cool.
Brian Michaels is taking. Okay. So, Doug, we can only use that new doc. We can't use the old doc. Okay.
The one that I'm on, right?
Just a heads up. The one that we are both on.
Alrighty.
All right.
Well, I was kind of kidding when I asked if I could play anyway, because I also didn't think it would be very fair, and I also didn't think the chances were high it would get spun. So, Scully, good luck. Kick Brian's butt.
Well, the odds are in your favor, sir.
Okay, see you guys later.
Cheers, man. Nick Tuig being a good sport, as always, giving his spot to those, I wouldn't say less fortunate, but those less lucky. Quotes taken out of context. Cool. I'll play with myself. Thomas Scully, 2020. We need this. We need this on a shirt.
I'd buy it.
Not my worst quote of the weekend.
Oh, worst. Oh, so you've had worst quotes this weekend.
Yes.
You tell.
Yes. Yes.
Doug knows.
Yes. Scully has worst quotes this weekend.
No.
You gotta fight for your rights to party. And there's the MacGuffin himself. He was actually one of our testers for Multiplex Miscellaneous, so he is familiar with the format. But we'll go to Boatman number 1 and how it's going to work, guys. It's you have to obtain wedges. In order to obtain wedges, you gotta be the better person coming out of Boatman number 1. And then if you get the most points, or if you're tied, you get to spin Boatman number 2. And that's how you get wheels. That's how you get slices. We will explain the rules as they go on, but let us bring up one. Let me make sure though that I do have it that slices do come off whenever they are applied. It should be, but I will double check, and it is going to be.
Yes, Jay. I'm going to be doing it.
Well, okay, that's fine.
Hour. You are 100% correct.
All right. Let's give that wheel a spin, and the first category is going to be games.
All right, guys. Whiteboard it up in games. In what franchise would you find side characters like Knuckles and Shadow?
You a fan of this franchise, Doug?
Very much so. Very much so. I remember playing this franchise as a. I don't want to give it away, so I remember playing this franchise.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will go to Scully
Sonic the Hedgehog.
and Brian.
I got nothing.
All right. Well, Scully taking a early lead in the foul number 1. Hit him with another question, Doug.
All right, in gaming. All right, guys, in gaming, in Crazy Eights, what card requires the next player to draw 5 cards?
Crazy Eights, as I have learned, is one of the most deadly drinking games.
Crazy Eights is a name close to a deadly assassin group.
That's a Hitchcock reference. 5, 4,
It's a reach.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Brian first.
I don't remember any of the rules of this game. Queen of Spades.
That is correct.
correct.
And Scully.
Oh,
I just said the 5 card.
just a guess. Nice.
Oofy oof.
All right. And we go back to gaming. In what popular FPS franchise would you find the maps like Nuketown and Rust? You know, this is a fun little FPS franchise that gets very competitive.
It does get very competitive. I would argue that it is not the greatest one, but it is certainly one of the most popular.
That is true. I definitely don't think it's the
5,
greatest one, but
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Halo is the best one, but we'll go to Scully.
correct.
World of Warcraft.
That is incorrect. And Brian.
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty is correct. Brian going 2 for 3 in round in that portion of foul number 1, which means that he gets to spin foul number 2. All right, we will give you a spin of the wheel. If you get a question correct, you will get the wedge. If it is incorrect, Scully will have the opportunity to steal, and then if he gets that correct, he will get another question. And if he gets that, he will get to steal the wedge. If he gets it incorrect, we go back to foul number 1, and we reset. But you have landed on sports. So, Doug, give him his question in sports.
All right. In sports, which of the 4 major sports leagues was the first to suspend their season because of the coronavirus?
I'm assuming you mean the professional leagues. I'm going to say NHL.
That is incorrect.
It's Scully a chance for the steal.
It's the NBA.
That is correct.
All right. And Scully now gets another question for the potential sports wedge.
All right. What kind of club is most often used to hit off the tee box in golf?
A driver.
That is correct.
All right, Scully getting the sports wedge. Getting that early lead, but there is still plenty of game left to go as we go back to foul number 1. This wheel is not sponsored by GMC, and I don't know if the ads going to come in time. Probably not.
Well, it should be.
This is being extra laggy today, but your next category is going to be arts and literature.
Arts and literature.
Arts All right, give him 3 questions in arts and literature.
All right, 3 questions in arts and literature, guys. With shaving the beard, I don't know how to speak. In Charlotte's Web, Templeton is what kind of creature?
Did you read Charlotte's Web growing up there, Doug?
I did. Charlotte's Web was one of my favorite children's book.
Yeah, it was a great 5, 4, 2, 1. I'll go to Brian first.
It's a rat.
And Scully.
He's a rat.
All right.
Correct. All right. What Renaissance artist sculpted the statue of David?
Oh.
And as requested, we are adding a little ticker to the thing. I'm not sure if it's gone in yet. Oh, there it is. Now it's in. There. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Go to Scully first.
Is it Da Vinci?
White House.
That is incorrect.
Fuck.
But he was named after a turtle, Michelangelo.
Correct.
All right.
All right.
What was the other?
Your third and final question in arts and literature. What book written by James Frey received public backlash from Oprah Winfrey as his memoirs about rehab was discovered to have been made up?
You ever written a fake memoir, Doug?
I have not. Well, I don't know. You could have and not known. It could have been made up.
Weirdly enough, this is actually my favorite book of all time, despite the controversy.
Okay.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Pens down. We'll go to Scully first.
I don't know. I just tried to scribble down Eat, Pray, Love.
That's incorrect. And Brian.
I'm not certain on the exact title. I said A Million Little Pieces.
That is correct.
Okay.
Brian going perfect in arts and literature, which means that he gets to go back to the foul number 2. Will he be able to get that wedge? We will find out.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Let's give him a spin. All right. Challenge this. Technically, you could challenge for sports, but you do have the option to respin.
Respin that.
All right. All right. How fitting. He got here with arts and literature. Let's see if he can go for that wedge.
All right. In what Shakespeare play would you find the line "E tu, Brute"?
Julius Caesar.
Oh.
That's correct.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. The answer only had one name, and I was like, "That's not right." But yeah, Brian's right.
Well, I was going to be a little bit lenient in accepting that answer, but yeah, Julius Caesar is correct. We will go back to the foul number 1.
Yep.
And their category is going to be.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's going to be Schmodown.
Going to the Schmodown.
All right, hit him up with some Schmodown trivia.
All right, guys. Other than R&B and Hector Navarro, name one of the 3 people to compete in the first IG championship.
This was a surprisingly long time ago.
To think about it, it's definitely been a couple of years.
The way that this division has grown since then is spectacular.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. 5, 4, 3, 2. Pens down. We'll go to Brian first.
I do not know. Mike Kalinowski.
Correct. And Scully.
John Campia.
That is correct. He was actually the mystery opponent. The other answers we could have accepted were Jeremy Johns and Ashley V. Robinson.
I said RMB, not RB3. Just
RB3 probably would have won.
Oh, then I challenge. I would have gotten it if you heard said it right. No.
where was the first Throwdown live event held outside of California?
What do you say?
Touchy subject, Showdown live events, especially with everything going on.
It stinks, but everybody's got to be safe. So
better be safe than sorry. 5,
that is true.
4, 3, 2, 1. I'll go to Scully first.
I said Brooklyn.
Yeah, that's a city, but we'll accept it. Brian?
New York City, NYC.
Yeah, we'll accept those.
All right. The Patriots first defend their team titles against what team? This was a very underrated match.
Yeah, it was. A lot of what ifs in this match, considering things that would later happen. All right, we will go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Brian.
It's not right. Founding Fathers.
That is incorrect. And Scully?
They should have won this match. Team Trek.
I agree. Team Trek should have won that match.
Agree.
He went perfect.
On death.
All right. Scully gets to spin the foul number 2 as they are tied up 1-1. Let's see what he gets. And it's opponent's choice.
Ooh.
All right. So, Brian, what wedge would you like to give him?
Sorry, I was muted. I don't know what all the wedges are.
Oh, okay. So just a second here as I the computer's being a little slower than normal. The categories that you have available to give him are history, decades, science/technology, video games, TV, time hop, music, or Schmodown.
TV.
All right. TV. Scully, your question in TV. In what game show would you fluently hear no whammies?
I'm sorry, what?
In what game show would you frequently... I'm sorry. Yeah, it is. It's frequently, but it says fluently. Sorry.
Oh.
In what game show would you frequently hear no whammies?
What they had to do with them. Got them all.
Oh, I'm between two. No. Let's make a deal.
That is incorrect. It is pressure luck.
Ooh.
I knew that too.
Okay,
right.
so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna give Brian a new question to get the opportunity to steal. So then if he does it, so he still technically has to get 2 questions correct. So yeah, we'll just give him another question. TV. It's all good. It's all good. There's no championships on the line.
It's that beard.
Wait, there's money and prizes though,
The
right?
lack of beard.
Okay.
I mean, I give tidbits to. I usually deliver tidbits to the winner at the end of the match.
In The Office, what does the Dunder Mifflin Company sell?
Paper.
That is correct.
That is correct.
Okay. Ashley Simpson famously got caught lip syncing on what show?
Saturday Night Live.
That is correct.
All right, and Brian gets the old TV wedge as we go back to Bafau number 1. And there As we spin the wheel, Jay Burns. Oh, you got money for Timbits. Where the sandwiches at? The sandwiches are in the fridge. I got to shift them out still. But we go to my personal favorite category on the wheel, and that is Time Hop. How it's going to work, gentlemen, for all of these questions. You're going to get 3 events, and I want you to tell me what happened first.
All right, guys. The first Woodstock Festival took place. JFK defeated Nixon to become the youngest president. Rolling Stone magazine published its first issue. I mean, Woodstock would have been a heck of a thing to see. Now we can't talk about the choices, Doug. If you remember last time, we got shit on for talking about the choices. So this category is very anti-banter. Okay. We don't want to get in trouble with head office. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will go to what did Brian first?
JFK, P. Nixon.
And Scully.
I also said JFK.
All right, guys.
Is that,
correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, JFK was correct. All right, your next set. Kanye West interrupts Taylor Swift at the MTV VMAs. Game of Thrones debuts on HBO. Wendy's introduces the Baconator.
Oh, they were here recently. I opened the C4.
What would you say is your go-to fast food?
That
meal?
C4 used to be there.
Even though people make the joke about it, I love Arby's. Arby's in that red sauce.
I've never actually been to Arby's. We had one briefly as a child, but then it got torn down, and I think a Pizza Hut went in place. 5.
The bad
4,
replacement.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Scully first.
I think it's the Baconator.
And Brian.
I was between that and Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones.
And they're behind us.
It is the Baconator.
Yeah, man.
All right, guys. Your next set. The first Bluetooth device hits shelves. Family Guy is briefly canceled after season 3. Arnold Schwarzenegger is elected governor of California.
Done.
It's red sauce over horsey sauce. You are disrespectful.
What is red sauce? Just tomato sauce?
They call it Red Ranch, and I don't know how it's any reference to it being Red Ranch, but it's delicious.
That sounds disgusting. 5, 4,
Gotta
3,
taste it.
2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Brian.
Arnold.
And Scully.
Good Family Guy.
You are both incorrect. It is the Bluetooth device.
Way back in 2001.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought this was like 05 or 6, something like that.
All right. So Brian went 2 for 1 in Time Hop, which means that he once again gets to go to Bafau number 2.
Now my list is a balloon.
All right, we'll give him a spin.
Yeah. Dilute or actual person?
Wait, I won that one?
Where?
Yeah.
I thought Baconator was first, not Game of Thrones, right?
Yeah, Baconator was first.
Then he won, didn't he?
Then I have 2. I got the first one, didn't I?
Okay, that's right.
I only got JFK right.
Yeah, no, that's right. So Scully, this is your slice, and how fitting.
I mean,
that
I'll
you,
take it, but
I know how fitting that that Scully got here with Time Hop, and now he has the Time Hop wedge to guess. So Doug, hit him with another Time Hop question.
All right, guys. All right, Scully. All right, SpongeBob SquarePants debuts on Nickelodeon.
I got one.
The Lakers beat the Nets.
It was the one that
The Sims is released.
I do want to preface that the Lakers beat the Nets for the NBA championship, not just a random game.
I'm gonna SpongeBob.
SpongeBob is correct.
All right, Scully ties it up, getting the Time Hop wedge. as we go back to the foul number 1. We'll see what they land on.
Okay. Which one? Sorry about me.
It's going to be history.
All right, guys. In history, first question in history.
I knew it.
Who ran against George W. Bush in the 2000s U.S. presidential election?
I know there's been some complaints recently of a lot of U.S. president questions. I swear this is the only one that I wrote that was
It's
U.S.
fine.
presidents.
We're both Americans.
And we'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brian
Al Gore.
and Scully.
Lockbox. Al Gore.
Catastrophic. You are both correct.
In 1580, Sir Francis Drake was the first person to do this, taking 3 years to complete it.
Oh, fuck.
That is a long time to complete something, I would say.
Oh,
Yeah. I think it took me 3 years to complete a puzzle once. It was like 1,000-piecer, but it was just a sky. Just
It was just the sky.
yeah.
I now want to learn about the story. What would make you go and pick the sky picture of 1,000 pieces?
Well, we gotta try and challenge ourselves, I guess.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Scully first.
I know it, but I blanked. Say for America. Let's sail for America.
That is incorrect. And Brian,
I know. I said cross the Asian continent. I have no idea.
you guys are on the right path. It's actually circle the globe.
Ah!
All right, guys, and your final question of history. During what war did the British march into Washington, D.C. and burn down the White House?
I believe there's actually a song written about this.
I think there is.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
both boards are up. They wrote that fast. Both boards are up.
Yeah. It's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brian
War of 1812.
and Scully.
The War of 1812.
All right. They both are correct. I just got to check something here on the wheel. I wasn't sure if I misclicked something or accidentally took off a category I wasn't supposed to. I just got to check here for my own sanity. Yes, I did. I accidentally took off Spinner's Choice. That could have been it's right there. Why are you not there? Smokedown Challenge. No, maybe I didn't. Maybe I'm just crazy.
They aren't mutually exclusive.
Maybe I'm just crazy. All right, cool. That's weird. I thought I had taken off a different category, but since you are both tied 2-2, you will both get to spin the foul number 2. And Brian, because you are the person below me, you will get to spin first.
Okay, I'm not making it.
All right. And once again, Brian, you do land on challenge. So you have the option of stealing either of Scully's sports wheel or sports wedge or time hop wedge, or you do have the option to respin.
Let's respin.
No good.
All right.
And I
Does
just about to land.
veto the challenge.
Just got a test. Gold pop.
And again, challenge, and I will give you a free respin on that one.
I just got golden tag.
This computer does not want to work with me today. I don't know what it is.
I also just got a purple sniper.
All right, he gets history.
All right. Your question in history, Brian. The Salvation Army was founded in 1865 in what international city?
Yeah.
Let's say
I sorted it out. I'm 6 feet.
Berlin.
That is incorrect. Scully for the steal.
Let's go London.
London is correct.
Oh, it seemed too obvious. Damn it.
All right, for the steal to get the wedge, who was the first man to be launched into space?
Oh.
Oh. What? Somebody else gets it. Yeah, I hit it for like 237 and then 95. So he's really low. I know, I already got it. But I'm not gonna use it.
Vladimir Lechensky.
That is incorrect.
The chat actually getting us will go to the first person who typed it in first. Jay Burns. Oh my god, the computer is so laggy. It's Yuri Gagarin.
Oh,
What
yes.
do you want to prove, Jay didn't get
That's
it?
his name.
Yuri
That's
Gagarin.
his name.
I did shocking.
All right. And what do we do after this point, Brooklyn?
So now we just reset, and then we go back to foul number one. Both of them are tied still, and we'll give them another spin.
Wait, don't I get a Bafau 2 real quick since we tied?
Oh wait, you do. Oops.
And I was not supposed to get a chance to steal that one? No?
You do have the no, because Scully got it off of the steal. You know what I mean?
Oh, did he? Okay. Oh, that's right.
So once he
That's right. I forgot about that. I forgot I got off steal. Sorry. I forgot
That's
that.
okay. Yeah, that's fine. All right. Sorry.
We're still learning
everything. Everything that wants to go wrong has gone wrong. Scully, you're gonna get opponent's choice once again. So Brian.
Yeah. Well, if I get fucked by one wheel, I might as well be this one.
All right. So once again, Brian, the choices you have to give him are. History is no longer on the board, but it'll be decades, science and technology, games, Schmodown, and music.
Music.
All right, music.
Yeah.
Scully, what band released the hit 1 week? And if I had 1 million?
Oh, it's
No, Brian, no. It's Scully's.
Oh, sorry, it's opponent's choice. Ooh. Thank you for stopping me.
Oh.
Five.
Oh, it's
4.
repeat the question.
3. Yeah, that's fine.
Absolutely.
You do
What band released the hits 1 week? And if I had 1 million? I'm guessing if I had $1 million.
Is that this? Oh, Bare Naked Ladies.
Damn it, you had
That
to
is
correct yourself,
correct.
didn't you?
There's no dollar sign. I'm just.
My mother would have murdered me if I missed that, because that's like her favorite band.
Good. Your mother is a wise woman. All right, so Scully does take the lead 3-2 as we go back to foul number one. I did prematurely spin the foul number one wheel, but it did happen to land on TV. It did land on TV. So, Doug, please give them 3 questions in the realm of TV.
3 questions in the realm of TV, guys. What kind of animal is the famous kid show character Arthur? Hey.
What a wonderful kind of day. Get to learn to work and play. And get along with each
My
other.
siblings used to love this show.
I can even picture I'm not sure what it is.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm like, fuck.
All right, we will go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down to go to Brian first.
It's not right, but I put bear.
That is incorrect. There is a bear in the show.
There is.
And Scully.
I said an anteater.
That is correct.
That is correct. Technically, it's an Arthur the Aardvark, but we will accept Anteater.
An aardvark and an anteater are two completely different things.
Doug, what are you thinking here?
They're two completely different animals.
I'm gonna just give me 1 second.
The first challenge being issued in Multiplex Miscellaneous, because on the show they are referred to as Arthur the Aardvark, or at least in the books.
Yeah, they are two different creatures. They look similar, but they're two different creatures.
All right, so we unfortunately cannot accept Anteater.
It was worth a shot.
All right, just hit him up with another question in TV.
One looks like one looks like they have an elephant truck, and the other one looks like it has like a pig snout that's extended. What movie director was one of the creators of Lost?
Oh.
I believe Jacoby Bancroft has shed a single tear of joy wherever he is after this question being read. We'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down and go to Brian first.
J.J. Abrams.
And Scully.
No.
No is incorrect. As both of my markers have gone dry. Doug hit him with the last question.
I'm super happy with this next question. What TV show had the theme song "Thank You for Being a Friend"? That was so hard not to sing that. So hard not to sing that.
Yeah. Personally, never watched the show, but I know there are people in this community that are diehard fans of this.
I love
5,
this show.
4, 3, 2, 1. We'll go to Brian first.
I finally got out of my mom's house where she watched it religiously and found out my wife loves it too, so I still have to sit through Golden Girls.
Yikes, and Scully.
No fucking flaps, Golden Girl.
All right. Both getting that correct, but Brian. Brian did go 2 out of 3 in TV, which means that he gets to go back to Befound number 2. He is behind 3-2, but there are still a few slices up for grabs. Brian, your spin is in. And it's going to land on
Blurry screen. Blurry screen.
This is why I shouldn't run streams, because the internet here is getting worse and worse. It does land on games.
I'm going to take your word on that. Okay,
It does land on games.
It looks
Sure,
like
let's keep it.
Actually, it's like comms.
All right. Name one of the 3 starting Pokemon in Pokemon Red, Blue, and Green.
I just want to remind Doug that Scully does have the chance to steal.
I won't open my mouth.
I don't even know. Squirtle.
That is correct.
That is correct. Brian does tie it up 3-3. As we go back to Befound number 1, the answers that we could have accepted were Squirtle, Bulbasaur, and Charmander. But Brian actually picking the best of the starting
One of those
Pokemon.
would have been my top 5 guesses.
Don't at me.
I can only name like 6 Pokemon, so I took a chance.
Yes, man.
All right, Blurry Befow gets you the category of decades.
All right.
Decades.
Decades, guys. In what decade did Margaret Thatcher elect Prime Minister of... All right, let me read that again.
Was she elected?
Yeah, in what decade was Margaret Thatcher elected Prime Minister of the UK?
Me fail English? That's impossible.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
No, Patrick. Mayonnaise is not an instrument. And
I mean, it technically could be. It makes a sound. I'm just saying.
Yeah. It makes a gross sound. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll go to Scully first.
So the 1980s.
And Brian.
I also said 80s.
The 80s is correct.
All right, guys. Next question. What decade was Rosa Parks arrested for not giving up her seat for a white man?
I feel like that situation could have been easily avoided because who stands on buses anymore? I would just be like, oh, you know what? I'll just wait for the next bus. Problem solved. I mean, the initial problem solved. There is still that long-term thing that's eventually.
There were no other problems at the time. It was just the seats on the bus. That was the only issue there.
5, 4, 3,
it was just overcrowding.
1. Yikes! I'll go to Brian first.
60s?
That is
and
incorrect.
Scully.
It's the 1950s, particularly December 1st, 1955.
Ooh.
Scully deciding to dunk on the situation. What decade did the Apollo 11 land on the moon?
What? We've landed on the moon! Woo! Oh, sorry. No way.
I was going to make a joke, but if I said the joke that I was going to make, it would have gave away the answer.
Yeah.
Did you ever believe that they put a man on the moon? A man on the moon? Oh. 5, 4,
I
3,
love that song
2,
and
1.
that movie.
REM, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Brian.
I'm pretty sure I messed up with the wrong one. I put 60s.
All right, and Scully.
1969. 1960s.
That is correct.
Oh,
That's correct. My pen died, so I was not able to keep score. I believe it was Scully that had the.
Yeah, Scully had two. Has
two?
all three.
All right, so let us go back to the foul number 2. I have to get games off of here.
Not necessarily.
Do this quickly. Click. Apply wheel changes. Ciao.
Somewhere,
Excuse me.
Kaleb Koho heard that and he smiled.
No, he heard that and got an erection.
Yikes!
Yikes.
I was trying to keep.
Wait. When did he have puberty?
Double yikes!
Yes. Yesterday, maybe? I don't know.
No,
Either yesterday or 1942. I'm not sure which.
no, that's Boatman.
All right. And it's Spinner's choice.
Yay.
So you get to pick one of the
I
categories.
hear the categories that are on the wheel because I sure as hell can't see them.
You have
Part of the challenge.
You have here. All right. So it is decades, science/technology, Schmodown, and music are the categories that remain.
You know what? I went perfect in it, so let's go decades.
All right, decades. Your question in decades, and yes, I know that Brian can steal, so I won't say anything.
Thank you.
What decade saw the release of Marvin Gaye's album "What's Going On"?
$1970s.
That is correct.
All right. So Scully taking the lead there as we go back to the foul number 1. And do the little doobly-doo. And go. Spin the wheel as this is blurry. It's so weird because it's great on my screen. It's great on my screen. It is science/technology. I will tell you that.
All right. Science/technology, guys.
Science.
Who created the first polio vaccine?
Yeah, polio. It's a great thing to talk about.
Yeah.
Is it though?
If this ever comes back, then we really have problems with people that are anti-vaxxers.
Yeah. I also love how the anti-vaxxers have been especially quiet during coronavirus. 5.
Because they're all dead.
2.
Yikes!
Yikes! 1. And your winner of Yikes of the Year is Thomas Scully. We'll go to Scully first.
Jonas Salk.
All right,
That's
and Brian.
Jonas Salk.
All right, that is correct as well.
Second question after that. Yikes. What are the gases along the right side of the periodic table referred to as? I just call them passable.
I call them flatulent.
I call them stinky.
No, Andrew. Science is not a great song. It is a one-hit wonder for a reason. But yeah. All right. And we will go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down to go to Scully first.
They're quite noble gases.
And Brian.
Noble gases.
All
Both
right.
tied 2-2.
Yeah, that's right. I passed high school chemistry.
What car company has models such as Malibu, Camaro, and Silverado?
Cars are technically technology. They do have computers in them.
And even cars back in the day still took technology to make them move.
How long will it take for cars to turn into Transformers? 5, 4, 3,
About 50
2,
years.
1. I'll take the hard over on that. Pens down. Go to Brian first.
Chevrolet / Chevy.
And Scully.
Chevrolet.
All right, both are tied. Both going 3 for 3 inside the technology. But as you can see, Scully does have the lead. So we will let Brian go first in the foul number 2. Please remind me that both players will get to go in this round. As my memory has been spotty the last little bit. But Brian, your spin is in for foul number 2. And I will tell you that it lands on science and technology.
All right. Capital P, lowercase b, is more commonly known as what metal on the periodic table?
Capital P, lowercase what?
Lowercase b, as in boy.
I believe that's lead.
That is correct.
Ties things up 4-4. As we go back to the wheel, I'll just update this right quick. As we are tied up 4-4. It is a barn burner here. It is essentially going to be a race to 6 as we go back to foul number 2 for Scully. Get him his wheel.
I'm not sure why you bother sharing the wheel.
Slow down. It's just to prove that I'm spinning the wheel and that you can make out some sort of resemblance. Scully getting Schmodown.
In Schmodown. All right. Elliot Dewberry and who formed Team ETC?
Ricky Hayberg.
That is correct.
All right. Scully taking the lead as we go back to the foul number 1. So what's going to happen here? If Scully does get a wedge, he will be actually no, because Brian will be able to challenge if he is able to if it does go 6-4 and he's able to spin in the last round. So we'll see what category they guess. Either black or purple. Purple being music and black being sports.
Come on.
And they will get sports.
All right.
Congratulations.
3 questions in the category of sports. In combat sports, a referee stoppage in the middle of the round is more commonly referred to as what acronym?
Do you have any acronyms, Doug?
Yeah. Funny enough, my full name, the acronym is DMC.
Ooh.
Get it? Like run.
Oh yeah. Run D. Ooh, nice. That is a tricky acronym. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down to go to Brian.
TKO.
And Scully.
TKO.
Correct.
All right.
Who is the most decorated swimmer in Olympic history?
Who is the best?
Exactly. Who is the best?
You said you didn't have to obey them. I'm not
They're
stupid.
simply the best.
Not stupid. You don't have to
They're
obey them.
better than all the rest. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I guess nobody likes Tina Turner. We'll go to Brian
I think he broke the record, Michael Phelps.
and Scully.
Michael Phelps.
That is correct.
Both are tied.
We're gonna. I have a feeling about this next question. How many points is a touchdown worth in the NFL? I have a feeling we are gonna go ahead and be giving them each a turn to get some points.
Well,
To
you
get-
never know.
get-
5,
get-
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. I'll go to Scully first.
6.
All right. And Brian.
6.
Correct.
All right, that is correct. All righty, so here's what's going to happen. Because there is only the one wedge left, that is music, spinners and opponent's choice have been eliminated from the wheel because that sort of defeats the purpose. So the only options that are left on the wheel for round number 2 are music or challenge. So we will give Brian the spin because he is behind.
You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record player.
All right, it's going to be music.
All right. Okay, Brian. What
Mhm.
bubblegum pop artist released the hit "Genie in a Bottle"?
Christina Aguilera.
That is correct.
All right, so Brian does get the music wedge, which means that we are tied up 5-5. What's going to happen here is the only category remaining in the round number 1 is music. So they will get 3 questions in music. Whoever has the lead will then have the option to challenge. If they are tied, both will challenge. If one successfully challenges and if it doesn't, then we do have a winner. But if both successfully challenge, then we will call it a tie. It is the weird scenario where a tie.
Hold on. Don't. Wait, I get a spin too, right?
They both nailed last,
Oh yeah, they
Okay.
both.
so
Yeah.
he has the chance to challenge.
I just remembered, don't
Yeah.
I get a spin too?
You do get a spin, but there are no categories available. So you technically
You could challenge to take one of mine, though.
you do. Yeah, you could challenge. You could challenge. Yeah,
That's all he has to do. Yeah.
yeah. All right, cool. So Scully, you have the option to challenge.
So he has arts and literature, TV, games, science, technology, and music, right?
Correct. Yeah.
I will challenge the science and technology.
All right. So what's going to happen is Scully has to answer 3 consecutively correct questions in science and technology. If he does get it, he does get the wedge. If he is incorrect, we'll go back to music so that Brian at least has some form of an opportunity to challenge.
All right. Your first question. This metal alloy made of copper and zinc can be used to make anything from wedding bands to tubas.
Oh, come on. I need the head. But only the 90 though. When it was that close. Stupid.
Brass.
That is correct. In order to make maple syrup, you must first extract the liquid from the tree, more commonly known as this.
Sap.
That is correct. What phenomenon does a Richter scale measure?
Earthquakes.
That is correct.
Cool. So Scully does take a lead 6-4, but we will go back to round number 1 of music so that Brian does at least have an opportunity. So Brian, you need to at least tie Scully to go to challenge for a wedge. So Doug, hit him up with that.
All right.
With that image.
In what punk band would you find the members Tom DeLonge, Mark Hoppus, and Travis Barker?
My sister and my little cousins that are very arrogant and paranoid.
How funny. We were talking about this band before stream.
This was one. This is a band. This is
a band.
A band that I like very much.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will go to Brian first.
Blink-182.
And Scully.
Blink-182.
That is correct.
Correct. All right, guys. What member of NWA is frequently mentioned and seen in Eminem songs?
Yeah, that's funny.
What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on Eminem? Do you like Eminem?
I very much like Eminem, and a song popped in my head as soon as I read this question.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down to go to Scully first.
Dr. Dre.
And Brian.
Motherfucker, act like you forgot about Dre.
That's the exact song. That's the exact song that popped in my head.
All right, and their last question in music.
Last question. Who released the album No Strings Attached in 2000?
If either competitor misses this question, they are not allowed in my house, and they will So, this is a staple in the Vail household.
Listen, talent shows were sung with songs on this album.
1. Pens down. We will go to Scully first.
I had nothing that blanks.
And Brian.
NSYNC.
NSYNC is correct. So Brian does go 3 for 3. So here's what's going to happen. Brian does have the ability to challenge. If he challenges correctly, then we have a first, we have a tie, and we'll do miscellaneous. But if he is incorrect, then Scully is your winner. So Brian, what wedge would you like to challenge?
Oh, okay.
He has
sports, time hop, music.
He just took science and technology, as well as.
He has music. Is that right?
He does have music. No, you have music.
What's the? I have an M down here. I don't know what that stands for. Just sports, time hops, science, technology, decades, and what's the last one?
Schmodown.
Oh, Schmodown. Oh my goodness, Schmodown. Let's go with shit. Decades.
All right, so he has to get 3 consecutive answers in decades correct. If he does, he will tie the game and have the game go to a draw. But if not, Scully will be your winner.
What?
All right. What decade saw the introduction of Franklin Roosevelt's New Deal?
(1940s).
That is incorrect.
And your winner
1930s.
is Thomas Scully.
Congrats.
Wow, what a back and forth. We almost had a tie. The late game in this can be insane. But it was great. There's some hiccups in the match, but it was fun. Nonetheless, let's go to Scully. How do you feel about your performance today? How do you feel about being on Multiplex Miscellaneous?
I think this is like one of the coolest shows ever. I mean, really. I mean, you have just trivia from all over, just all different pockets of just bar trivia, and I love it. It's a way to see who knows who. No way in hell did I know that Brian knew Eminem lyrics. That's a new thing I learned today. That's a fact I will not be able to fall asleep to tonight.
Dr. Dre is also dead. He's locked in my basement. Anyway.
Anyway, this is fun. Glad to get the win. Brian is super knowledgeable in a lot of things. So, I'll definitely try to get back on here.
And the question I always ask everybody: who would you love to see in Multiplex Miscellaneous?
Honestly, Kaleb Boatman. You meet Boatman in this. Like, I want to know how much he knows about this stuff.
That would be interesting. And we will go over to Brian. Brian, it was like I said before. It was a good back and forth. I think you surprised everybody, the chat included, with some of those polls. But how do you feel about? I know you had tested before, but now that it is a live thing, how do you feel?
I had fun. I mean, it's fun to get away from movies for a little bit and kind of test your trivia and everything else. There's categories I know are always going to kill me. Like I'm not a big Schmodown history guy, so I don't know a lot about that. But and then Thomas being there, in school is going to get all the history and science and stuff. And I'm not going to win that stuff. It means I'm just old. I'm forgetting things already. So, but no, I had a lot of fun. It's great. I enjoy this match.
It's good. Yeah. Whenever Cody, Kaleb, Boatman, Andrew, and I had sort of came up with the idea of the show and how it was going to work. The general gist was to have this be a very fun, very laid back show, getting some people, getting some new people into the community, or just general people who love trivia. But I do want to thank all of our competitors for coming on today. Brian, Scully, Tuig, for allowing Brian to be on here. Tuig could have been a selfish SOB and try and go for win number 2, but he was a nice guy and gave it up. So for Brian, for Scully, for Doug, I'm the Black Lantern Brooklyn Vail, or not the Black Lantern anymore. I'm the big Canadian boss man. What am I doing? But thanks everybody for coming in. Be sure to tune in not this Sunday, but next Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for another episode of Miscellaneous. Cheers, and as always, drive safely.